Hello and welcome to Thamesmead TV. After 5 years of hard work and a final donation of £1 million from the Football Foundation handed over here by Lord Pendry, work on the Sporting Club Thamesmead project can finally begin. The redevelopment will see Bayliss Avenue transformed into a community facility and stadium for Thamesmead Town, to be ready by July 2010. We'll keep you up to date with development on thamesmeadtownfc.co.uk. Now we take in the last game of the season at home to Enfield Town. With both sides having nothing to play for, it was a rather lackadaisical affair, and after 27 minutes, Ryan Edgar fired Enfield into the lead. Just a few minutes later, Andy Jones's long-range effort beat Tony Kessel in the Thamesmead goal to double the Enfield lead. Just before half-time, Thamesmead's Sam Thomas latched onto a rebounded shot to fire home to make the score 2-1. Into the second half, Nick McCoy secured the win for the visitors by breaking free of the Thamesmead defence to make the score 3-1. So at the full-time whistle and the season at an end, we caught up with Keith McMahon to get his thoughts on the previous year. Keith, another season over.
Yeah.
2 years ago we were talking about a League Cup win. Last year we were talking about a league and a cup double. This year, no cups, but must be deemed as a success as we've achieved our goal.
Yeah, definitely. I've said in my programme notes, silverware is brilliant to win the leagues that you've got chances in, and I think Steve even said today. We set our stall out 2 years ago winning the Kent League. We were good enough, we were a better side, we've done that comfortably. We won it with a record number of points, least goals conceded, more goals scored, most points. But this year was obviously about survival. I thought maybe we could have done better at the start of the season, and that was mostly a big mistake. We underestimated the strength of the league. But we come to terms with that pretty quickly. We brought players in, let players go. But survival is, to play this standard of football is what the club should be playing at and deserves to play at, and that's the biggest goal of all. And I think VCD will find that next year as they come up from the Ryman to the Ryman League, that to get out of the Kent League, and again, no sort of disrespect to the Kent League, but this is proper football, and this is where you want to be. And I'd mostly say the leagues above and the leagues above that are right as well. But for a club of our size, it's a massive achievement. We've not only survived, we haven't just survived, we survived comfortably. We've gave teams really good games. Obviously we need to learn, and today shows that as well with the first 2 goals. It summed up our season, but no, it's been tremendous. It's a great success for the football club. The reserves winning the league in the week again with a lot of youth side. The youths are doing brilliant, and the development starting. It's much of the best year the club's ever had. So as well as no loads of trophies apart from the reserves, and fair credit to them. But everything else, there isn't a football club in the country, non-league, that can boast of what we've achieved, the size of the club, and what we've got to look forward to. So no, I'm proud as punch being a manager. Yeah.
That'd be right, you should be. And with everything that you've experienced this year, what would you say are the biggest lessons that you've learned and the biggest lessons that the team has learned this year?
I'd say some of the biggest lessons that I learned early was being too loyal. I'm not a cutthroat manager, and I never have been. I try and be, I'd say I'm a good man manager, but I gave people an opportunity maybe and I shouldn't have. Players learn that the commitment you have to show at this level of football. You can't just turn up on a Saturday and expect to win, especially the first half of the season when you're playing Saturday, Tuesday or Saturday, Wednesday every single week. It takes a lot out of you, and you've got to be properly conditioned, you've got to do things right, mainly like on a professional basis. The lads have learned that since Christmas. It's one of the good things that the club's done, and we spoke about it before, is that obviously we always stick by our arrangements with players and people, and also we haven't gone and we haven't got money to throw at things anyway, but the football club's here on a strong footing, and it's where it should be. So if you look at the course of the whole year, we have made mistakes, but we've learned with them as a club, not as players. I mean, as a full club. I remember Albert, the president, and that a year or so when we won the Kent League, saying that he was concerned about how we would adapt. We weren't big enough to be a Ryman League club, and I think we've proved that completely wrong. We've held our own, if not exceeded most clubs we've been to. Our facilities, our hospitality is second to none. The way we run as a club professionally is second to none. And we are a Ryman League club, and we can push on as that as well. And that's a lot of credit for the whole of the committee here. Obviously they back me 150%, not 100%. And the players as well. And the one thing I said to the players before and after the game is that they've been 100%, gave the all for the football club. We've tried, we've gave every team a really good game, and we've come on so much as a football club, as the way we play, the way we set up, the way we can adapt from last year, and that's a massive bonus. So that's all been good.
Looking at today, you've had a couple of experienced players that have been with the club a long time come back, where you've had Lee Loveridge come on as sub and Sammy Thomas start.
Yeah.
On top of that, also Hopkins coming on as sub. To me, that looks as if we've got experienced players as well as youth players coming through as we did last year. Do you see that being key to success next year?
The youth is massive. I set a youth structure up here 3 or 4 years ago, and the club's benefited from that. Lee Dawson, Chris Petrescu played the last couple of games, was excellent. Jack is a player that I rate very, very highly, and I think next year, it'd be like a Lee Dawson scenario where he'll start in and out, maybe start with senior, get his chance, and then by the end of the year, I expect him to be playing every single week and leaping on. His commitment's great, he can play. His confidence to walk up, just grab the ball and run to the penalty spot is phenomenal. And I was disappointed he missed him, but it was a great save. But that shows character. Sammy Thomas, brilliant for us. He's been missing with a bad back all year, and the loyalty when I asked him to, he comes and shows. Obviously, Lee needs to get himself fit, but again, will be a massive asset to us. But you've got to look at the people like Steve Kent, Dean Olnis, Dave Hull, all players that I've brought in that have only been partially fit. I've had long-term injuries, and they've come and played for us. That get a pre-season under the belt, and they're going to be superb players. Tony Russell's coming; he's played 4 games for us because he's been out all year, and I signed him ages ago. Tony Kessel, Chris Kenny got injured, didn't play maybe the first 10, 13 games of the season. Been a huge signing for us, as well as Lou Watts has been outstanding. So the football club with the youngsters coming through, and there's still some in the reserves. The two twins, Gabriel and Raphael, are exciting players. We've got Rossi Lover sitting in there that no one's really spoke about, that I've sort of let him get up to his own thing, that said he'd definitely speak to me straight away. A huge signing that could be for us next year. It's a great football club to be at. The players know that. What we lack in finances, we make up in other things, and the players enjoy it. And this football club, even if I wasn't here, and I handed the reins over to someone else next season, it would be one of the best jobs in the league to take, because the structure of how I set this football club up is superb, and we'll push on for that.
And looking forward now to the pre-season break, it's certainly no time for rest. There's a lot happening in the club.
Not for me. My work starts now, and I'm here nearly every night of the week. My next 2 weeks, I'm here every day. There's games here for youth team fixtures and cup finals. I'm here in the morning cooking burgers and whatever, trying to get some money in for the first team. We've done it. Me and Alan Woodward, who's been unbelievable with me this year. Trying to get some money in. We've done it last Sunday. We've done it Thursday. We're here for the next 4 weeks, and then it's me getting players in. And then it's only a 5-6 week gap, but I'm here. The ground maintenance started yesterday. The week in, and then obviously the topsoil and all that comes, and it's a full-time job here for me. People can go and put their feet up. I can't even book myself on holiday. So, but that's what I do in a job. I love it, to be honest with you. So I'm not complaining. It's part of it, and I'll make sure that I get a strong squad next year that's going to be challenging for the top half to playoffs. And hopefully we can, if we learn from what we've learned this year. It's been a valuable lesson for us, and it's been so enjoyable. The respect from other teams has been tremendous, and I thank them all for that. And it's proper football. The league itself has been excellent, been a credit to be in. It's been we're proud to be in it, and hopefully next year we can turn some of that into more points, get back into the winning habit, and we'll see where this football club's going to be in the next 2 or 3 years. We can push on.
That's great. Well, Keith, all that hard work definitely been rewarded with a stay in the Ryman League, and most certainly appreciated by everybody in this club.
No.
So well done for a tough season.
No, cheers. Thanks, Kevin.
With Ryman League status secure and the reserves winning a league and cup double, that concludes another successful season for the club. As Tommy the Toad and the under-10s muscle in on the groundbreaking ceremony, we hope you have a good summer, and we'll see you next season.